In this video, I want to show you how to um, cut something out on the CNC router so that we can make our model boats and finished boats on that tool. First step is to go to Schoology and download this file, Marine Engineering CNC Template v2.f3d. Click on it, and I think click once here and then click again, and it will download to your downloads folder. Then in Fusion, we're going to open that file. So I go to, let's see, I can close this. Yeah, I can go to File. This is the other one. Pretend like I haven't done anything yet. I go to File, Open from my computer, and grab that downloaded file right here. I give you this file because it has all of the toolpaths written for cutting something out, and you can copy and paste that. But there's some work you need to do first. First of all, whatever boat design or design you're cutting out needs to be made a certain thickness. For this, I made it a 1/4 of an inch. Most of the boat stuff you're going to be doing is going to be 1/8 inch for models and then 1/4 inch for the real production. But I'm going to make this 1/4 inch, because I think this particular paddle object will be more interesting that way. So I'm making it a 1/4 of an inch thick. And then I'm going to switch from design to manufacture. In manufacture, I'm going to change my units from millimeters to inches. And I'm going to add a new setup. Setups tell the machine where 0 is, where up is, where X and Y are, where the part is, and where the stock is that you're cutting out the part of. So first thing I do when I open this new setup is get my axes pointed in the right direction. Right now I have Y going up, and I need Z to be going up in order to run this on the machine. So I can click the pointy end of the arrow and it flips back and forth. But I actually want to click the other end to be able to orient the arrow with a vertical line. Then I could still flip it if I needed to, but this looks good like that. And I could orient my X with a long line, but it already is. You generally want the X-axis to be cutting the longer direction, though that depends on how you set up your model. Now I'm going to move this down to the corner by clicking on the white dot and then clicking on the bottom corner white dot so that X is positive, Y is positive, Z is up, and X is going the long way. I'm making sure that I've selected the body that I'm cutting out right here, and in stock I'm going to say add 0 to the side and 0 to the top. And looking here, I see that my stock is going to be a little over 8 1/4 long and a little under 1 3/4 tall, in the Y direction, and it's 0.25 inches tall. If this number is not what you think it is, then that means your parts are not placed correctly in the stock. So this is telling me that I have it set up correctly. And I click OK. Now I made the next step, which can be very complicated, pretty simple. So if you go into the other file I gave you, you can copy this toolpath. A toolpath is the instructions that the set of instructions that the computer needs in order to give the tool the right instructions to cut. So I'm going to right-click on this and edit. Oh, sorry, not edit. Right-click, copy. And back in here, I'm going to right-click on this setup and paste it into my new document. It'll give you an error. You say OK. And then it won't immediately show up because you have to click this down arrow in order to be able to see it. Once you have it in here, all you have to do is right-click on it and edit it. And then Geometry is the second tab. And we're going to click on the bottom line to cut out the bottom edge of whatever it is you're cutting. I would add a couple of tabs in here so that your parts don't move around. I'm going to put one tab here and one tab here. Try to put them in a place where you can easily cut them off and sand them to be flush and in the right position later. And click OK. Now to bring this tool to the machine, I have to post, first of all, you can see kind of what it's doing. It's cutting out right here, and you can also run a simulation to see how it would cut, to see what the tool is going to do. And then we can also just put it on a flash drive in order to cut it. To do that, right click on Setup 1 and hit Post Process for our particular machine. That is a ShotBot Open SBP post processor for our ShotBot CNC router. You can search for SBP in order to find it, and it's not the HandyBot one, it's the ShotBot Open SBP. Call it your name and the size of your stock, X followed by Y. So I'm going to go 8.25 by 1.75, and probably better to round up on that one, 8.5 by 1.75. And then we're going to put it on a flash drive by selecting our flash drive using this folder window right here. On the school laptops, I would find my flash drive here. This post button is hidden, so you may have to move the window up or down and make it smaller and move it higher in order to see this post button right here. After you post it, you can take it over to the machine and go ahead and cut it out.